Good morning. How are you guys doing? All right. It's Friday. Everybody loves Friday. Okay. Are you ready for Friday? Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Or whatever it is there. We should be on the same, we're not in the same time zone, but we should be. It's, uh, we should be still in morning for, not that. It should be morning for you. So good morning. It's still good morning. I got this. I totally know what I'm saying. I've got so many sips of coffee. The coffee doesn't taste right. I mixed the very, very last of the almond creamer in with regular powdered creamer, and it just doesn't taste right. So I haven't had enough yet to wake me up. That's okay. Life. Coffee's the spice of life, and the spice must flow. That's what I should do, is grow coffee beans and trays and stuff. Put them in a pot. I won't be able to harvest them for a cup of coffee. Maybe one cup of coffee. Uh, it'll be a special cup of coffee when the grandkids are over and I need lots of energy and have them to, spend overnight. Because knowing what I'm like and knowing what my kids are like, knowing what my grandbabies are going to be like, I'm going to need that little extra cup of joe. So if I grow a plant now, if I grow the seeds now, like you can't plant a coffee bean. That's like from a bag. That would be funny. That would be a practical joke. Um, but we get a coffee bean to plant. That sounds like fun. Should order it from Amazon. Then I go, oh wait, I have no money. For my love of coffee, I should plant coffee beans. Open it up on a section of the castle that has the cafe. I should plant the coffee bean outside so you can see it out the window. The coffee tree. I want the coffee bean. Should grow it in the greenhouse. I would surround the castle with a greenhouse. That sounds like fun. So I was looking at old buildings, and the one I like is for under a million. It's 2,000, 200,000. Yeah, 2,000. $2,000. Let's go get it now. No, 200,000 for a building that I like. It's got a mixed property or a flex property, so I can do whatever with it. Like if you live on there and you mix and you do hard, it's an old church or an old school. The part that I don't like is that they're selling it as school. I'm like, do they have a better school someplace else? Or did they take the school and take it away from kids and now they're just trying to sell it because they closed the school and moved all the kids into other schools, which overpopulated all the schools. Like, would I have to turn the castle into a section into schools so that kids could have their school back or a better school? Yeah, don't I it just feels weird getting an old school. So those are like trying to look at or keep an eye on the prices. This is like down the road, so I have to know how much to work towards, how much money to try to earn. Like, okay, yes, I need to earn such and such money. Go Dave Ramsey. Tells you how much money you need to earn. You need to earn this in order to have this much money. Like, making money versus going to school. It doesn't matter if you don't get good grades because I don't know why I did that, because you're working two jobs more and you don't have any study time just to pay for the tuition. We have Change, the Knight of Swords. Change. It's not the Knight of Swords. That's the King of Swords. So this must be the Knight. Queen? Okay, divine meaning. Changeable elements. Air is a changeable element. Right? Yeah. I didn't clean my glasses. That's great. I can't read. This card indicates that you must be prepared for a sudden change that temporarily throws your life into chaos. Like the fact that I'm homeless. I live in my parents' basement. But when my dad moves, I have no place to go. Okay, that would definitely throw me out. If chaos. This may be because a new idea or vision throws you off. Can be results of sudden illness, accident, or surgical operation. Ooh, let's not. No, 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 no. All right. The Knight of Swords may indicate the influence of an actual person who will initiate change in your life. The Knight is a mercurial man with extreme but changeable opinions. What he fiercely believes one day may be radically altered the next. He is clever, idealistic, and loves to examine new ideas and new horizon. He lacks the persistence to fully pursue them. He gets bored very quickly and needs constant stimulant and excitement, and will move from one thing to the other in a short space of time. Or I do that. However, he is quite charming and very good with words, and he can probably talk you into anything. He could be a writer or a salesperson. He's bound with nervous energy and is impatient with people who are indecisive. And is very impatient with people who are indecisive. It it may be that you something in your spirit, need something of the spirit of the Knight of Swords. Oh my God, I'm going to have to get new glasses. I actually have to go to an eye doctor. Ugh. Maybe that helps. Okay. Maybe you need something of the spirit of the Knight Swords. You know that you have something that you have always wanted to do, whether a special trip, a career change, or creative project that you have been putting off. Stop felicitating and do something positive. It may turn out to be the most rewarding thing you've ever done. Uh, yeah, I've gone and applied for like a cashier job and all these other jobs. And feels like I'm copping out on the business. It feels like it's again I'm falling for something that's just going to not make it, not work for myself, not believe in myself, not do it. I need something that makes money while I'm earning and doing the business. So I can't ignore that. So definitely, I have priorities. I have to have a place to live. But it does take away time doing business. You got people who have been through business, have been through all sorts of stuff. But I'll make it. You know what? I didn't ask you guys. I should still ask. If you want me to do a one card tarot reading, ask a question and I'll look it up. I'll draw it out. It's free for one card. I just did it. Like, yeah. So, yeah. People have to wonder, like, how long would somebody be, in a rut? Like, how long will a rut last? And the truth is, that rut can last as long as that person's in that rut. Um, yeah. But, you know, I have got to get organized. You can't afford to not be organized. Can't afford to uh, do stuff. So heck, I can't even afford to be breathing. That gets scary. I'll find something. Everybody finds something eventually. How is battery not at 2%? This is charged. This is charged. I must not have had I had it plugged in all night. I must not have had it like turned on or one plug into the brick, into the plug outlet, and into the wall or something. Some continuous something. It's at 2%. So we're on this Friday. Okay. And we had the Knight of Swords. Okay. We're gonna look up the planet. Put Saturday over here. see if it'll flip. Okay. Of Friday. Planet of Friday. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is probably coming back. It's Venus. The planet is Venus. Astrology, the planet Venus is the symbolized by the planet's symbol. Something. Huh. Friday is the association with the astrology sign Libra and Taurus. Friday is my day. I'm a tourist. Tourist. Tourist? Taurus. Sounds like tourist. I just watched one of those videos somebody put out on Facebook, and it's French versus English. And he looked up the color green, and he looked up glass, and he looked up, so many words in French that sound a lot like vit. Vit. Vit, 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 vit. So if you put the sentence together, vit, 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 vit. But he's saying different things like glass and green and all sorts of other stuff. And he did that with a couple of sentences, not just the first sound, but the sound, and it was funny. I'm sure English has a lot of sounds that sound the same. Where, 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 wear clothes. Where would I wear clothes? Uh, there. There is their, phone. Would. You could put a sentence together that sounds kind of cute. And YouTubers get a newsletter. Creators. Okay. Tomorrow I'm going to try Patreon. And then, oh no, not Saturday, Venus. Saturday. Okay. Friday is Venus. All right. I know what I'm doing. I am very, 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 very tired. I slept so long, and I should need it sometimes. Well, thing is to do, but then I realize I've got so much to do. You kind of don't have time to sleep. Uh, color of Friday according to Google. You just search. Thailand, of course. Friday is a light blue. I'm still covered with, brown. So tomorrow is purple, black. 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 Okay. Unlucky color. Green. Oiled. Is there a refresh button? Customize what you want to see in Snapshot. I'm sorry, I didn't try to get into Snapchat. Uh, I was going to do the plan on Saturday, so I had it ready so I didn't have to look it up. so that I looked like I was more put together, more professional or something. Which planet rules Saturday? So tomorrow, Saturn. Die Finch, English. Saturday, Saturday, Saturn. Finch, English, French, planet, Saturn. Saturn. And Ern Sat. That's how I can spell it. Ern. The Ern Sat. Saturn and Ern. Samedi, Finch. Okay, so let's see. Herb. Color of Friday. Let's look at herb. Herb. Herb of Friday. Soon McDonald's over unfair treatment of black owner. Herb Washington. Guess there isn't an herb per day. Herb. Let's try tree. Let's try tree of Friday. Tree of life. Black Friday. Friday the 13th series trees of life. What is the tree of These are weird. I don't want news. That's all. There we go. Did you like the book Friday Tree? No, I've never heard of the Friday Tree. Okay. Images. The Friday Tree. Friday the 13th series. The series, The Tree of Life episode. Tree branch. Friday the 13th game. Wow. Friday is associated with which tree? Sort of. All right. Friday. Arbor Day. Tree associated with Friday. The apple. Celtic tree. Magical herbs. Somebody's got it. In Pinterest. Do I have a Pinterest? I don't think I have a Pinterest app on here. Nope, I don't. It's going to open it up off the website. So it's going to be ENTPT where I can't write it. Because I'm not nearsighted, I'm farsighted. Apple. So it's just apple tree. Welcome back, Caren. Yes. Genius. Sending notifications. Block. Malleus. The Druids revered the apple tree due to its connection to the sacred plant. The tree played host to the mistletoe. The fruit of the tree is still regarded as a cure-all. Remembered the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Apple also symbolizes love and loved ones and describes the apple of my eye. Ah, that is pretty. Hazel. Look at all these Pinterest thingies. I'm trying to create. I need to read sources and I don't know. Ah, where did it go? It's back here. Okay. Trying to find the source because it's just cite my work. I don't know where I got this. This is a weird. Is this an app? No, this is like a web page. I can't find the source. I'm sorry. It's on Pinterest. If you hit in um, trees on Pinterest associated with Friday, trees associated with Friday on Pinterest, and all of a sudden you're gonna get all this. I got updates, updates and inbox. The updates had notifications. Like nobody's gonna send me a message on in my inbox on Pinterest. Nobody loves me that much. Uh, and art quilt note. Interesting. If I like something, I'm just gonna build it. Just do it. So I noticed that, like, have you ever noticed rich people like profit off of the things poor people do? Like ramen noodles, that ramen noodle restaurant, only for the rich people. Like things started off with poor or started off with free, obviously, because I don't think I have new messages. Yeah, I've been fighting for 9 weeks, for more than 9 weeks. Okay. I don't think I have new messages. Oh, send a new message. Nope, no, nope. Okay, that's the website. Okay, so if you think money was created by man, so it started off with no money. So if you think everybody else started with poor, before the creation of society, there was no ruling society person. And we had done that for thousands and thousands of years. Civilization is still so young. Let me see if I can get these. Okay. How long has mankind existed? Oh, look at this. All right. Questions. And scripts. Okay. Let's look at here, we'll use this. Okay. How long has mankind existed versus how long is civilization? Civilization has existed for how long? So, I mean, I'm sure there was a barter system. You can imagine people just wandering around, walking for days and days and days and days and days. They didn't settle down. And people would just give you like food, shelter, water, whatever. And it'd have to have been the first person who betrayed the trust of another person that they no longer gave them shelter or whatever. Okay, so let's look up um, civilization. Oh no, I was going to say how long. How long has mankind existed? But on Earth, I'll just put that way. It's well put. Okay, 200,000 years. Okay, so we got 200,000 years. Okay, years. Because we're on Earth and we measure a rotation around the Earth, around the Sun. The Earth around the Sun. Okay, how long has civilization has? Oops, no, not shopping. I don't want shopping. Okay. No, civilization existed. How long has Silvis, Silvis, Civil, 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 how do I spell it? Civil, Oh, CIV. That's what threw me off. CIVIL. Civilization existed. There's the scribed, developed. So that's like 6,000 years. So we're in 2000. And then it's about 4,000 and 3,000. So it's like, was there civilization on Earth before humans? And then, like, were the dinosaurs civilized? Probably a lot more civilized than some of the people who, have acted or behaved. 20,000 years. State start date for human civilization moved back 20,000 years. So, according to on July 30th, 2012. So back then, this may not be the most accurate, but we're going with this because we can fact check, you know. So 20,000. That leaves at least 100 and, what is that, like 180? 180,000 years of not having money, of using trade and barter. I mean, like, were there really coins before civilization? My math. Let me just do my math real quick here. 1,000 years. Okay. I'm pretty sure I got the math right, but I may have said I popped out my mouth wrong. Oops. No, I don't need 180. Let's go with 200,000 minus 20,000. Yeah, 180,000 years. That's 180,000 years. That's still longer than the civilization has existed. We're not even halfway through existing, like existing. So money is relatively new. Kings, queens, emperors, relatively new. So people have like, where did these people come from? They're like, the first emperor was a goat herder. I saw in a movie. I don't, could or couldn't be. Who knows? But if you think about it, you can't be a king or a queen because you were born lowly. So this whole hierarchy thing, this whole, like, one person is good or less based on the money you made, is a relatively new concept. Your ancestors, not the ones that sat there and fought bravely for, what they, wars and stuff that they, before that, your ancestors, before there was civilization, had no concept of this person is better or less or has more, or this person is more or less than another person. So if you sweep floors at some factory, doesn't make you more or less than a person than the CEO. That's why this inclusion, why we treat people equally, is important. Not about how much money they have, or how much, education that they have. Now, the fact that education is relatively new doesn't mean that people didn't invent things, 30,000 years ago. Can you imagine 30,000 years ago? Doesn't mean that people didn't use a hunting tool. It didn't mean that they didn't use tools. Didn't mean that they didn't run into each other. Didn't mean that they, didn't have to have food or shelter or something. They probably made a house or some sort of shelter. They probably had less wars way back, 30,000 years. Somehow they had to figure out how to use fire and not like die from being burned to death. So, if we think about this, if we really work on this concept of worth, this concept of civilization, we didn't have states, we didn't have provinces, we didn't have lines that divided us, borders, walls. We didn't have these things. Probably didn't have like 15 children. That's an exaggeration. It's more like a dozen. uh, to run the farmhand, to run as farmhands. I mean, so you got to think. If you put your value, or if I put my value, this I'm teaching myself as well. I'm preaching to myself. If I put the value of myself based on how much money that I have or don't have, then I'm selling myself short because value isn't based on money. Value already established, and money is probably a percentage of value. You can't really pay for the value of something. So there's this belief in a value system in humans is how do you say it? Ridiculous. Making money and living in society, and we keep doing that, and we do that over and over and over again for the last 20,000 years. I'm sure we had barter back then. Yeah. So treat yourself and others on equal footing because we're amazing. That's why I say money is a means. I don't say, hey, no, we shouldn't have money. We should go back to barter. It's a concept that a lot of people like, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Um, I'm still using currency for a place to live, trying to find a place to live and everything else. But but it's a means to provide shelter. What you're looking for is shelter, food, resources, experience, paying for experience. Um, you need to provide for yourself clothing, you know. So definitely, I'm not saying, hey, don't make money. Like, definitely, yeah, go out, make money, do things, as long as it's bringing you the means to pay for shelter, food, necessities. And even if you can grab necessities without paying for it, like pay the initial price to grow your own food, and then you're growing food and you're not really paying for a percentage of your food. Like that guy that I foraged and grew my own food for a year. Like that's pretty cool. And yeah. So I have to wonder, you know, instead of working for money, have money work for you. We will see what this does, this concept, grow this concept. We have a lot of things backwards in this society. We're Americans. We might as well. I mean, like, if you can walk backwards, why walk forward? If you can go diagonally and skip and jump, and why in the world would you just walk like an ordinary person like the rest of the world? Why would you drive on the left side of the road? The right side of the road is perfectly good enough to drive on until you don't put enough of the tax money into, or you don't manage your tax money from your people enough to pay and develop roads where there's potholes. They say, yeah, you drive on the left side of the road, we drive on what's left. I I say that with a southern accent, but that's probably, yeah, they're not wrong. I mean, if you're gonna drive, you drive, and what's left of the road, it's perfectly okay. Uh, it's more money towards the tire companies who make tires where you can't get rid of tires. Can't burn tires. Can't destroy tires. You can wear them away. I wonder if we just wore tires down. I kept wearing them and wearing them and wearing them down, to the bald point and make like new belts. Because you can't burn them. Because if you burn tires, they don't stop burning. They just sit there eternally burning. That's what I've been told. That it's like, holy crap. You can't snuff them out or anything. They're just sitting there burning, just like eternally. Shoot them into space, vacuum them. I don't know. What happens when you put them in a vacuum of space? Will they sit there and burn in space? Or you put them back in the atmosphere, they, start burning again. Like, I have to wonder. I'm sure there's a video. Environmentally, I don't know. They have to replace tires all the time. Uh, what happens? What happened to Monday? That's a good movie. What happens when you put a burning tire in a vacuum sealer, vacuum bag? Like, what are people doing with burning tires? That these search engines pop up auto suggest. Vacuum, vacuum of space. There we go. So what happens when I search the internet? Why don't space shuttle? No. Why don't tires on the space shuttle explode in space? Yes, rockets can fly in a vacuum. Fire burns differently in space. Puffing up a marshmallow. Space shuttle. Fire basic facts. A tire fire so big you could see it from space. Oh, that's... Radiation will tear Elon Musk rocket car to bits in a year. Live science. Physics of acceleration. What happens to a Tesla in space? Burning. I'll just let's look at this. No. Let's get rid of the word space because the search engine is like weird. Google is weird. Fire burning. What happens to... What's up? Ew, weird. What? Okay. What happens to tires? Burning tires. in a vacuum. Because without air, most of the time, fire can't burn, but like rocket fuel can burn and without oxygen, like it's burning without oxygen in space. Vacuum cleaner, vacuum, space. Oh, no, no. Ah. All right, don't put in space whatsoever. I can hit by vacuum. The rubber portion uses tires to transform into oil and gas, and the carbon back into filler is recovered. The oil can be distilled into different fractions of light and middle. The vacuum of used tires and uses for oils and carbon black. I'm tired. I am very tired. We should, or we should, breathe. Time for crackle pop. Sweet. By a vacuum. Like, eh. The rubber portion of used tires is transformed into oil. What happens when rubber is burned? When burning of used scrap tires and potential solutions. Scientifically, emissions from burning tires are highly more nutrient than scrap tires, take up large amounts of space and are difficult to destroy. Special report scrap and shred tires. I will figure it out. Two, three, four, and five. Puppy. I want to hold a puppy. Just sit there and cuddle a puppy while it's sitting there breathing. There's people in the goat yoga thing, I don't know, but a puppy. Or a kitten. While you're sitting there trying to breathe in and out and relax. You just cuddle up a kitten. I did that to my ex once. He's all sitting there. And we weren't going to get anything done with that type of tension. I mean, it was going to distract us and stop us from getting anything done. So I took the kitten that we had in the house. I'm like, here, hold a cat. And I'm like, and if it still doesn't make you happy, and I'm like, here, take a minute, hold a cat and kitten. They're adorable. You can't be all stressed out and hold a kitten. It's just something wrong with you if you do. And so I said, and if you're still stressed out, hold it for 2 hours. And he stopped and he kind of just like laughed. And this cute, adorable little ginger kitty. I don't remember if it was Ginger or Lucky. But yeah, it's adorable. And you just kind of like melt away and, you know, go and just get things done. Just the stress, because when you're stressed out, you're so tight, you don't move as quickly or as well or efficient. That's what I go for, is efficient, because I have lots of work to do today. I've just been working on job hunting because I'm obsessed with trying to make money this month. Give to money. So I'm going to sell everything I can sell. Clean things, sell things, get it all pretty, and just like let it go. Let it go. Cold never bothered me anyways. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta sell it all. Anything that isn't something I can just take with me or pop into an RV. Thought about having a small storage. So I have to figure out how much it would cost to live. I tell myself. Okay. This is Thursday. Okay. So let's get the handy dandy notebook. Let's move all this stuff out of the way. I need to make a book. Alright. I will pick that up later. The heater is. Okay. Alright, so if I want to live in an RV, so I have to research. Let's just pick. Let's just pick RV because it has the smallest financial print. Smallest footprint, I think. I don't think so. I think it's going to be more expensive to live in an RV. Consider. Okay. Let's look at a hotel. Okay. All right. So how much the RV? So I would have to make payments for an RV. Then I would have to pay for gas in an RV. I would have to pay for insurance. So insurance. What else do I need to figure out? Okay, laundry. Uh, um, does water cost anything? Where do people get their water from in an RV? All right. Hmm. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I have no idea how much it would cost to live in an RV. Yeah, this morning, I'm just blogging. Yeah. Uh, yeah. This is not the best morning. This is not the best episode. But yeah, tomorrow I'll put on for Patreon, and I don't have any followers, so my Patreon's not doing anything. So I thought about selling my daughter's artwork for my daughter on Patreon, or I would do merch for her, but I have no idea who would buy it. I'll figure it out. But that way she will, be able to do whatever she wants to do. That way she'll get into school. Like if she wants to do martial arts or basketball in school, she'll be able to do all that stuff. It'll fund her. She'll be able to fund herself. And then that'll leave other programs for kids who need it more. All right. I love you guys. Bye. Love, 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 love you. I love you guys. Rock on. Yeah. I love you guys. You guys have a good one. Bye. Okay.